Hello friends, welcome to Kumbha Science Academy. Today we will complete our last exercise 1.2. We were solving this exercise from last few days, from few weeks. Now today we will complete that exercise. Now it wasn't that easy to understand the inverse function, how it is exactly working, and to find its again different derivative of those inverse functions. It is again quite a complicated process. So that's why we are about to see how exactly we can end this topic. And by completing this topic, I would like to give you few more examples regarding this topic. So I will give those examples on the board only. So you need to watch those questions and solve those questions. So if you want few more another examples, I will provide you through my phone number, from my WhatsApp number. So every time I am giving you the WhatsApp number below. We have few interesting formulas with us. Those formulas we required to solve this kind of question. So the question number 10, I am separately making video on this question number 10. Why? Because it is quite special question. So within this question we need to perform different tasks. So those formulas of inverse functions, as you can see within this block, so those formulas are within these blocks. So those formulas, how exactly we can apply? So these are the inverse functions formulas. So these inverse function formulas we need to perform and we need to apply them. आपल्याला त्यांना वापर करायचे. त्यांचा वापर आपण केल्यानंतर आपल्याला कळणार की एक्झॅक्टली हे फॉर्म्युले कसे वापरायचे, आणि हे फॉर्म्युले वापरत असताना आपण बघणार आहे की नक्की त्याच्यामुळं फंक्शन बरोबर काय होते. सो व्हॉट कॅन बी पॉसिबल थिंग्स विथ दॅट गिवन फंक्शन. So solving those all terms, again we need to simplify and then differentiate the given equation. Understood? So that's what we are about to perform. So let's start. So first question says something like this. So in exercise number is 1.2. So within this question we are solving which question? Question number 10. So out of which we are solving first question. So solution says something like this. Let y is equal to tan inverse of 8x divided by 1 minus 15x. Tan inverse of 8x divided by 1 minus 15x square. Now within this case, the tan inverse of 8x divided by 1 minus 15x square, we can see one important thing. Why and what is that? So tan inverse of 5x plus 3x divided by what? 1 minus 5x into 3x. So why we are separating these quantities and what we will achieve by separating them? So that's the most important part, because we have one interesting formula. Tan inverse of x plus y divided by 1 minus xy, which is equal to tan inverse of x plus tan inverse of y. Good. So due to this we can again convert this formula into tan x and tan y. So similarly we are performing over here. So tan inverse of 5x plus tan inverse of 3x. So this is the simplified form. Now what we need to do? We need to differentiate it. So let's move to differentiation. Differentiating both sides with respect to x. What will happen? So if I substitute the value, dy upon dx is equal to d upon dx of tan inverse of 5x plus tan inverse of 3x. So huge bracket, The next step, separately differentiating it, what you will get, d upon dx of tan inverse of 5x. So this d upon dx will get within the bracket, plus d upon dx of tan inverse of 3x. Okay, done. Now next step, what is the derivative of this? This derivative will be tan inverse derivative of x is equal to 1 upon 1 plus x square. Okay, correct. But here is 5x, so we need to write it like this: 1 plus 5x bracket square into, what is the derivative of 5x? The derivative of 5x is equal to 5 only, so that will be over here, so 5 is here. So plus again 1 upon, what is the derivative of tan inverse of 3x? 1 plus 3x bracket square into, what is the derivative of this 3x? Is nothing but 3. Hope so you understood. Now next step is what? Simplify it and you will get the answer. So hope the application of this formula was important. So we learned this formula in our inverse trigonometric function. So initially we learned, and as I shown in the starting of this lecture, how we require those formulas. Now next step is dy upon dx is equal to 5 upon 1 plus 25 x square plus 3 upon 1 plus 9x square. That's it. That should be our final answer. Hope you got it. Now next question is quite interesting and it's regarding to different concept. So I would like to let's first explain you how it is applicable and what we are about to do with that question. Okay, so I will explain it over here. So question says something like this, or not question but our concept. So cot theta is equal to, let's say, any x or xy or x. Okay, cot theta is equal to x, but tan theta is equal to 1 upon cot theta, which is equal to 1 upon x. Is there any doubt? No. If I write it like this, cot inverse x is equal to theta. Okay, cot inverse is equal to inverse of this, then tan inverse of 1 upon x is equal to theta. Is there any doubt? No. Therefore these two quantities are equal. Therefore tan inverse 1 upon x is equal to cot inverse of x. This is most important formula. Okay, do not forget it. It's the most important formula which we are about to apply, within this next question. The question number what? Question number 10, out of which we are solving question number 2. So this was the question number 1. Now let's see what exactly that equation says, and that question says question number 2. So I would like to erase this side also. Need to. Now the question number 2. Okay, so let y is equal to cot inverse of 1 plus 35x square, 1 plus 35x square divided by 2x only, Now can we apply this formula? Yes, definitely we can apply. So using the identity of cot inverse, what we can say, tan inverse of 1 upon 1 plus 35x square divided by 2x. Okay, Everything looks okay. Okay, it is similar to this question. So this was the x, okay, this whole bracket, and this is 1 upon x. So 1 upon that x, okay, quite identical. Now next step, tan inverse of 2x divided by 1 plus 35x square. Okay, okay. Now within this bracket again we can, or we need to what, simplify. So tan inverse of 7x minus 5x divided by 1 plus 7x into 5x. Again we can use that formula. What is that formula? The formula, okay, so I need to write that formula, so I would like to erase this thing. So hope you got it, how exactly we converted this cot inverse to tan inverse. Okay, good. Now next step is we need to write another formula, just the change of sign. So initial formula was tan inverse of x plus y divided by 1 minus xy is equal to that tan inverse of x plus tan inverse of y. Now this formula says something like this: tan inverse of x minus y divided by 1 plus xy, which is equals to tan inverse of x minus tan inverse of y. Just look at this formula, okay, it is awesome. Now next step, application of this formula. So how we can apply it? Y is equal to tan inverse of 7x minus tan inverse of how much? 5x. Okay, so this much only we need to write. Now differentiating both sides, with respect to x. Okay, differentiating both sides with respect to x, what will happen? Dy upon dx is equal to how much? Dy upon dx is equal to how much? So dy upon dx is equal to this derivative. So derivative of tan inverse of x is equal to 1 upon 1 plus 49x into derivative of 7x is equal to 7. So into that 7, so 1 upon 46. So 7 upon 1 plus 49x square. Okay, hope so, I am correct. Minus 5 upon, what is the derivative of this? 1 plus 25x square. Okay, be fast. Now you are not that kind of person, so you are stuck to this point. Okay, that's very simple. So we need to just apply the derivative formula of this tan inverse and apply the chain rule. Hope you got it. So now this is our final answer for the question. Now let's move to further questions. So what is further question? Question number 3rd, tan inverse of 2 under root x divided by 1 plus 3x. This is again same and similar formula we need to apply here. Okay, so no need to get confused. So that's the same question, but just the change of rule. So this rule will be applied for this, and this is the final answer for the question number 2. So I am solving the question number 3. Okay, what is the question number 3? Question number 3 says something like this: tan inverse of 2 under root x, tan inverse of 2 under root x divided by 1 plus 3x. Okay, so if I look at this particular platform, so tan inverse looks like this. So 3 under root x minus under root x. Is there any doubt? So 3 apple minus 1 apple is equal to 2 apple. Okay, good, you are so smart. 1 plus 3 under root x into under root x, which is equal to 3 under root x. Okay, so that's the multiplication of roots. Now again you can see this is in this platform, so again we need to apply that formula. So tan inverse of 3 under root x. That's it. I don't know how many of you are doing these questions properly, but watching any other channel and thinking about this question, okay, these questions are quite different and difficult. Okay, these questions are not that difficult. I don't know which channel you are preferring, YouTube channel, and nowadays for this lockdown is going on, and I know that no one is performing properly. Everything is changed, so just the sudden or drastic change within this education system created so much chaos. Okay, but still we need to focus. What we need to do, we need to focus. So whenever you are solving this kind of questions, you need to have that vision. So I am always telling you, you should have that vision. So these questions are not like magician show. Okay, so यहाँ से निकाला, वहाँ से डाला, वहाँ से निकाला, यहाँ से डाला, कबूतर. Okay, it's not like that. So these questions need some respect. If you do not have that respect, you will definitely fall for this kind of question. So for beginners, for what we can say, professionals, okay, those who are there, okay, so you need to perform these questions properly and give some respect to these questions. Otherwise, it is drastic. Okay. What is the bad thing? You know everything and still you are wrong. Okay, you know everything and still you are wrong, and that's a very bad feeling. So apply things properly, then only it is possible to achieve your answer properly. Now most important thing is done. Now what we need to do, we need to differentiate this equation. So differentiating both sides with respect to x. From which era you are learning these things? This is not from our century. Okay, this is not the case of 21st century. These equations are from way away. Okay, so 1700-1800 की कंडिशन आहे. 1700 ते 1800च्या वेळेस ह्यांचा खूप अभ्यास केला जायचा. ओके, हे त्यावेळेस खूप मोठमोठे इक्वेशन मानले जायचे. 1700 ते 1800 म्हणजे 200-300 वर्षापूर्वीची गोष्ट बोलतो मी. So at that time people used to solve this kind of questions with one particular enthusiasm or curiosity. Nowadays they are moving much further more, and still we are learning these things. Don't know why, but these equations are developed by our ancestors and they are ruling our country. Okay, don't know how, but these equations are quite important. So these equations are not from this century. These equations may belong to this 17th century, and they developed this kind of equations, and then now this differentiation process was started 300 years ago. So you are learning this 300 years old technology or technique of mathematics. Okay, so be aware of these things. So we are much backward within this case. So dy upon dx is equal to, what is the derivative of this? 1 upon 1 plus 3 under root x bracket square dot d upon dx. I am directly writing it 3 under root x. Okay, I know you are smarter and patient. Minus 1 upon 1 plus under root x bracket square dot d upon dx of under root x. So we need to differentiate it. Now what is the differentiation of this? Okay, so this differentiation is nothing but 3 into, what is the derivative of this? Under root 2. Under root x is equal to nothing but 1 upon 2 under root x. So 2 under root x into 1 plus, what is the square of this? 9x only. Okay, hope you got it. Minus, what is the derivative of this? So this is nothing but 1 upon 2 under root x into 1 plus x. That's it. This is the final answer for this question. So as you can see how these questions are simple at the end of the chapter. So we need to have few formulas with us and just we need to substitute them. So that's what we learned. Now next question is again interesting. What is the next question? Tan inverse of 2 raised to x plus 2 divided by 1 minus 3 into 4 raised to x. Okay, so I would like to perform that question here only. So erasing this whole question. Hope you got it. These questions are easy. I wasn't about to take these questions, but still I think this is what student requires, and they require something good. Though you are watching this channel, okay, don't forget to subscribe it, and please do share with your friends. I'm not that kind of joker which can entertain you, but I'm sure that I can give you some important things which are helpful in your exams. Okay, so just don't expect from me to making joke and this anything suddenly come out of this video and just say, hey, I don't know I can do that thing or not. But the most important part is what? This kind of questions. So these questions will definitely ask in exam and will improve your knowledge. So those who are thinking to prepare for the this IIT, JEE, okay, so for those also these questions are difficult, okay, and those thinking that they can make world twist wrong, okay, so that's not possible case. You need to twist yourself first. So tan y is equal to tan inverse of, look at this question's beauty, okay, so many things, okay, that will remind you your 7th and 8th standard. So 2 raised to x plus 2 divided by 1 minus or plus minus 1 minus 3 into 4 raised to x. Okay, very good. Now what is this thing, sir? This looks something weird. No, this is not. Now look at it properly. So this is 3, this is 4 raised to x. Now what is the situation over here? Okay, the situation is different. So tan inverse of, this is what? 2 raised to 2 into 2 raised to x. Now what you would like to prefer first? So you would like to prefer this 2 raised to 2 or 1 minus 3. Now this is the most important part. 3 into 2 raised to 2 raised to x. Now you will get the hint. Now 2 raised to 2 raised to x means what? This is nothing but 2 raised to 2x. Okay, now how this is possible? 2 raised to 2x. Okay, so we need to separate it again. So I am not separating it again over here. So I am just showing you how we can solve this kind of query. So tan, knowing the thing and going to exam, that is different thing. Okay, so many students are doing this kind of thing. They know, okay, we solved this question and they are solving as per they solved early, okay, before the exam. Now what happens? They gives different task within the question. So those different tasks or the different question can create any kind of some kind of chaos within the mind, and we stuck to particular point. And that's what happens when you are mugging things. So do not mug anything, just try to understand what is exactly going on. Okay, so this 2 raised to 2x will again perform some important tasks. So 2 into 2 will be 2 raised to something. So 2 into 2 raised to x. This is very curious or important task we have done. Okay, done. Now look at this equation properly again. So here what happened? This thing happens 1 minus 3 into 2 raised to 2x. So I would like to again write it differently. Okay, how I can write it? So 3 now here we go. Tan inverse of 4 2 raised to x divided by 4 into 2 raised to x, 1 minus of 3 into 2 raised to x bracket square. Hope we are about to just arrive what we required. So this is what the tan inverse of 3 into 2 raised to x plus 1 times 2 raised to x divided by, so why I am writing separately 1 times, sir? So it's actually no need, okay, to just understand what exactly we are doing. So 1 minus 3 into 2 raised to x into 2 raised to x we just arrive at what we required. So this is the situation which we have earlier. Okay, so this is our x, this is our y, and this is x into y. So we can use our initial identity. So tan inverse of 3 into 2 raised to x plus tan inverse of 2 raised to x. So we need to find the derivative of this. So this is the simplified form. So y is equal to how much? Tan inverse of this. So differentiating both sides you will get. So differentiating both sides with respect to x, dy upon dx is equal to what happens to this? So 1 upon 1 plus 3 into 2 raised to x bracket square, okay, into what is the derivative of this? This derivative will be d upon dx of 3 into 2 raised to x, okay, plus 1 upon what will happen to this? 1 plus 2 raised to x bracket square into d upon dx of 2 raised to x. Hope everything fits within the board. Now due to which this equation was complicated, this was the situation. Now we simplified step by step, we came to this point. Now just differentiating both sides, you will get this. Again simplified. So dy upon dx is equal to, what is the derivative of this will be? So 3 into 2 raised to x into log of 2. So 3 into 2 raised to x into log of 2, very good, divided by 1 plus 9 into, what is this 2 raised to x will be? So 2 raised to 2x. Hope you got it. Plus what this 2 raised to x log of 2, the derivative of this 2 raised to x will be this. And what is the simplification form? Simplified form, so 1 plus 2 raised to 2x. That's it. That should be our final answer. Okay, so that's how we can check the things, and this is what our final answer. Now let's move to further question. Now come to the question number 5. Question number 5 says something like this: tan inverse of something is again given. So that tan inverse, why it is so important and how it is so important, so I would like to explain further later on. But here what we are doing, we are performing such operations so that our tan inverse gets simplified. So what are those operations on these questions? So again one question is given: tan inverse of 2 raised to x divided by 1 plus 2 raised to 2x plus 1. So this tan inverse of, this is question number 5th. Okay, so this is your question number 5th. So where we are solving this tan inverse of 2 raised to x upon 1 plus 2 raised to 2x plus 1. Quite interesting problem. Again we need to simplify this bracket first. So what is the simplification says? Y is equal to tan inverse of 2 raised to x divided by, so this 2 raised to x sum should be subtracted from this 2 minus 2 raised to x. Why I am doing this, you will see. So again here is plus sign, so that's why I am using this minus over here, and this is 2 raised to 2x plus 1. Okay, so this will gives you one another hint. What is that? 1 plus 2 into 2 raised to 2x. Okay, so up to this part everything looks fine, because this 1 is nothing but 2 raised to 1. So that 2 raised to 1 comes outside. Now what is this bracket says? This says that tan inverse of 2 raised to 2 into 2 raised to x minus 2 raised to x divided by 1 plus 2 into 2 raised to 2x. Okay, so that 2x is splitted in this term. Okay, 2 raised to x. as you can see, this is what we required as x. As you can see over here, this is also x, and this is our y, this is also y. So we can split it. So y is equal to tan inverse of what? 2 times 2 raised to x into, sorry, this is done, minus tan inverse of 2 raised to x. That's it. Again differentiating both sides, what you will get? So differentiating both sides with respect to x, what will happen? Dy upon dx is equal to, what is the differentiation of this? So d upon dx, I would like to write it first, tan inverse of what? 2 raised to x plus 1. I would like to write it in this form. Okay, hope so you got it. Minus tan inverse of 2 raised to x. Okay, now we can differentiate it. So after differentiation, we can understand what exactly that equation means. So hope you are getting what I am doing. So this is quite lengthy process which we are making short. So in short, what will happen again? So this whole equation converts to another factor, dy upon dx, dy upon dx is equal to, what is the derivative of this? Tan inverse derivative is nothing but 1 upon 1 plus 2 raised to x plus 1 bracket square, okay, done, into d upon dx of this 2 raised to x plus 1, okay, done, minus, so this minus sign comes over here. So the now next step, we need to differentiate this, 1 upon 1 plus 2 raised to x bracket square into d upon dx of 2 raised to x. Okay, good. So everything is neat and clear in front of you. So you can see how we can simplify furthermore. So this 2 raised to x derivative will be 2 raised to x plus 1 into log of 2 into derivative of x plus 1. Okay, listen carefully, 2 raised to x plus 1. So this is what derivative 2 raised to x plus 1 done into log of 2 into derivative of x plus 1 is equal to what? 1 only. So into 1 divided by 1 plus 2 raised to x plus 1 bracket square, I am keeping as it is, minus, what is the derivative of this? 2 raised to x into log of 2 into derivative of x will be 1. So this is simple. So 1 plus 2 raised to 2x. Okay, so I am taking this 2 raised to 2x. So this is the final answer. Okay, so just check it once whether we are correct or wrong. So this 2 log of 2 or 2 raised to x plus 1, this log of 2 again comes constant. So this is what? 2 raised to, so this will get split in different terms. So 2 raised to x into log of 2 is constant. That remains what? Within the bracket 2 divided by 1 plus 2 raised to x plus 1 bracket square. Okay, or you can write it like this, 2 raised to 2 times x plus 1 minus 1 upon what? 1 plus 2 raised to 2x. Very good. Understood. So this is how we can differentiate our quantity. So this is the final answer of this question, question number 5th of question number 10th. So we done this problem. Now let's move to further question. Question is again similar, but we need to look at it in different terms. So question is saying something like this, cot inverse of, okay, so this is cot inverse. So again I need to apply that initial formula within this question. So should I erase it? Yes, take a screenshot first. Okay, this question is important and make a tick as an IMP. Okay, why? Because this kind of question requires so much patience to simplify the quantities and requires some knowledge out of the box. Okay, so this question, this kind of question they might ask you in exam. Okay, there is a chance. Now what is our next question? Question number 6. Question number 6 is regarding to cot. So y is equal to cot inverse. Okay, don't be afraid, this is easy question. So a square minus 6x square, a square minus 6x square divided by 5ax divided by 5ax. Now what is our next step? So we need to apply one formula. Okay, so instead of that formula I would like to conclude to one particular part. What is that? So y is equal to cot inverse of 1 upon 5ax upon a square minus 6x square. Okay, so I am just taking the numerator to the denominator's denominator. Okay, up to this stuff everything looks fine. Now what should be our next step? Okay, for this type of question, so our next step is we need to apply tan inverse of 1 upon tan inverse of x is equal to cot inverse of 1 upon x. So use this kind of identity, so we can use it. So y is equal to tan inverse of 5ax upon a square minus 6x square. Okay, done. Now again next step, we need to take this a square common, so within the bracket only. So tan inverse of tan inverse of what? 5ax divided by a square is common. Okay, and therefore 1 minus 6x square upon a square. Okay, now this will get cancelled. Okay, now what will happen? So next step will happen like this. So next step is say something like this. So a square, this a will get cancelled, so it will become tan inverse of 5x upon a, and here it is 1 minus 6x square divided by a square. Okay, so again we need to simplify this. So much simplification within the one question, so don't get confused. Okay, just I am showing you. So once you know how to simplify the quantities, definitely you can perform it very well. Now next step is, again we need to hold the quantity up to one particular task. So dy upon dx, so no, not dy upon dx, y is equal to tan inverse of, what I can see is nothing but the 5ax upon a is nothing but 3x upon a plus 2x upon a divided by, again this quantity. What is this quantity? 1 minus 3x upon a into 2x upon a. Now our equation is ready. Now what we need to do, so I would like to erase this one. Okay, done. So y is equal to tan inverse of, what tan inverse of? 3x upon a plus tan inverse of, what is that? 2x upon a. That's it. That's the simple equation. Now differentiating both sides, with respect to x, what will happen? So dy upon dx is equal to what? So this equation will be equal to what? So I am directly differentiating right now. So derivative of this will be 1 upon 1 plus how much? 3x divided by a into derivative of 3x upon a is nothing but 3 upon a. Very good. Okay, so we done up to this, plus again 1 upon, what is the derivative? Tan inverse 1 plus 2x upon a bracket square, okay, into 2x derivative will be 2 upon a, 2x upon a's derivative will be 2 upon a. So again simplify this equation, what you will get? So 3a upon a square plus 9x square plus again this 2a upon a square plus 4x square, okay. Then this is your final answer of the question, okay. So we have this kind of questions with us. So thanks to this board, they are giving such a important and interesting questions, okay. There is one software, there are so many software actually right now, okay. There is one app, you can install it on your mobile and just put these equations within that task. So you can find there are numerous examples which gives very beautiful graphs. So I know the graph of this, okay. So I would like to tell you, just type the equation within that software, that app, and you can find this graph. It is wonderful graph, okay. Just check it once and let me know how exactly you feel about it. Now let's move to further question. Question number 7 is 7, yes, 6th is done. 7 is again interesting question. What we need to do, again we need to apply the formula. So what is the formula for the next question? It is simply nothing but a plus b tan of x divided by b minus tan of x, a tan of x. So we can simplify it. Hope so you are getting these answers properly. Now let's move to further question. Question number 7 of question number 10. These questions looks easy, okay, good. So these are the simple questions. Now let's move to tan inverse of what? A plus b tan of x divided by b minus a tan of x, okay. So don't afraid, this is simple question. So y is equal to, so dividing within the bracket this numerator and denominator by b, what you will get? Tan inverse of a upon b plus tan of x divided by 1 minus a upon b tan of x, okay. So this is the main important step. Now next step we can see this is x, this is y. So 1 minus x into y. So we got that format, so we can separate it out. So y is equal to tan inverse of a upon b plus tan inverse of tan x. Again you can see this tan x, or so this tan and this tan inverse will get cancelled, and y will become tan inverse of a upon b plus x only, okay. Now differentiating both sides, okay, differentiating both sides with respect to x, what will happen? So dy upon dx is equal to, so this is the differentiation of constant, so this will be 0. So tan inverse of a upon b is equal to 0, derivative of that will be equal to 0, and this is equal to 1. So this is our final answer as we required. As you can see, this question was looking different, and if you solve it properly step by step, you can get the simplest answer. Now this is the case, okay, where we need to work it out. Now next question says something like this. Question number 7th is done. Question number 8 is there. So again you need to simplify the question number 8. So within question number 8, so 5 minus x is given, and here the given below there is one quadratic equation. So what is that quadratic equation says? So 5x minus 3, okay, so we need to simplify them and again convert to that our form which we required. So x plus y minus something, x plus y divided by 1 minus xy. So within that format we need to convert this question number 8. Question number is again similar to that. So I am not taking these last two questions, but hope so this will be helpful for you how to simplify this type of questions. So up to this topic we confirmed one particular thing. What is that? The inverse functions are working. Okay, so inverse functions are working and how we need to differentiate them. So once we have the f of x, and that f of x, we first of all what we did, we take its inverse. So after taking its inverse, afterwards we need to again differentiate, and that has its own relation with that initial function. So that relation, whatever that relation was there, so we completed it, and differentiation gives us a different result. So always remember one thing, making or taking the inverse of particular factor, okay, that will result in different manner. So again I would like to repeat that task which we initially completed. So f of x is equal to y. So what should be the inverse of y? So f inverse of y is equal to x. Okay, so this function is reversed. So what is the reverse function? So how to reverse function, or how to find the inverse of that function? Okay, so making that process opposite. So if you are making square, okay, so making square inverse will be taking its under root. So if you are taking, or if you are having the function y is equal to x square, so what is its inverse? X is equal to under root of y. Okay, this is not true for every time, but here we need to take the value such that plus minus under root of y. Okay, so on that basis we can take under root. Okay, so there is no big deal. So this is inverse process or inverse function. Okay, so I would like to explain it again and again. Why? Because most of the students are doing this kind of mistakes. So I'm not saying those are the mistakes. They don't know exactly what is the meaning of that inverse process. Taking numbers inverse is different task. Okay, why we are taking numbers inverse and how would be that identity purpose? Okay, so there is a deep mathematics. There is a deep mathematics of binary operations. So I am not going in that detail right now. So what I wanted to explain you like this, and when we are, this is what for polynomials. Now if you are taking any square, cube or power of that number, so inverse process will require that with you. Again for trigonometric functions, sine of theta or some trigono function will be there. So sine of theta is equal to y. So what is our theta? Theta is equal to sine inverse of this y, sine inverse of this y. So you can see this function is inversed, okay, not that whole value. So most of the students are taking inverse, take a inverse of y, so they are taking this y as a inverse of y. So we don't want to make inverse of this number, so this y or anything else, x, theta, y, alpha, these numbers are, these are only numbers, these are not particular symbol, these are numbers. So we are making their inverse, so this is true, accepted. But when we are dealing with functions inverse, at that time we need to reverse that process. On that basis we can simply have our values. So derivative is saying something like this. So d upon dx of f of x is equal to 1 upon d upon dx of d upon dx or dy. It should be dy. It should be dy of f inverse of y. Okay, are you getting this thing? So it's quite difficult to locate this kind of functions, okay, especially in this format. So instead of that we had this formula, dx upon dy is equal to 1 upon dy upon dx. So this is very interesting format where we are getting our values. Okay, so that's how this is, the process of differentiation is different as compared to the other values. Now in next lecture we will move to our logarithmic differentiation. Okay, but before doing this we have to complete our first chapter of mathematics 1. So I would like to conduct the mathematics chapter first. So M1's first chapter I am conducting, and within that chapter we will complete that whole exercise. So hope you like this chapter, this topic specially, and this topic is quite important. And again the next logarithmic differentiation is again interesting but different one. Okay, so thank you for watching this channel, and please subscribe and please hit the bell icon. Thank you.